Are you planning your next trip to Rhodes in Greece? If yes, then welcome to Looney Travels, the one and only YouTube channel about roads. And today I'm showing you a travel guide. I'm taking my brain and try to give you all my 2 years experience on this island, from prices to transportation, where the beaches are, and so on. So bear with me. I can't tell you where you should book your hotel, but I can give you enough information so you can make your own decision, and I hope you like it. So let's get the map, and I will show you black and white in simple way what you should know about Rhodes Island. Let's get started. I have a map of Rhodes here, and first thing we have to do to make it simple and understandable, let's mark down west side, east side, north, and south. So this is what we call west side, east side, north, and south. So the coastline of Rhodes is about 220 kilometers long. And for me, it took 8 hours to see some sightseeings and go around the island. And it's 80 kilometers long and 38 kilometers wide. And Rhodes is fourth largest islands in Greece. And the capital of Rhodes is Rhodos city, which I talk about later, because there are some things to cover. And about 2.5 million tourists visit this island every year, and 125,000 people live on this island all year round. So the biggest question always is the weather. And what is the weather like? During winter time, it's 8 degrees to 18 degrees. And from May to September, it's usually between 20 degrees to 35 degrees. But as I can say, from 2024, from May to September, it was 33 degrees every day, with no wind, no rain, nothing. So it was really hot. So basically, you can watch the weather forecasts and so on, but I don't know. I don't trust them because sometimes it says that it's huge storm, but when I go outside, it's sunny and 25 degrees. And best time to travel to Rhodes is in September, because the water is warm. There is still 25 degrees or more outside, so it would be a perfect time for a travel. So let's start with the airport. I have a little, how to say, helper here who can help us go through the map. So basically, when you come to this island, most of you come with the plane. So this is the airport, and it's the only commercial airport on the island. And when you land, you have many options to go to your hotel, depending where it is. In front of the airport, there are many taxis that you can take, or you can book a transfer to your hotel, rent a car from airport, or take a bus to Rhodos city. So taxi from airport to Rhodos city is approximately 30 euros. And if you want to go from airport to, for example, Lindos, it's around 75 to 90 euros. To Ixia, which is here, it's around 25 euros. To Faliraki, about 30-35 euros, to Colympia 50 euros, to Kiotari around 90 euros, and Pefkos also around 90 euros. It depends basically what time you arrive, because they charge a little bit more if you come during evening or night time. So keep that in mind. You don't have to worry, there are plenty of taxis in the airport. So basically you can take the first taxi waiting there, hop in and agree with price, and off you go. The other option is car rentals around the airport. I usually choose Marathon car rental because they have full insurance. They don't ask for deposition, and you have to be 21 years old at least to rent a small car, and you have to have driving license and ID with you. And the thing with car rentals is that when you rent a car, you can't exit the island. So otherwise there is no insurance and you're not allowed to go on a ferry and go to another island with the rental car. And you have to be 23 or 25 years old if you want to rent a bigger car. So you have experience. But renting a car is a good way to explore the whole island, so it's a good option. And fourth option is take a bus from airport, and there are two bus companies on the island. Roda, which is blue buses, drive around this side of the island, so basically west side. And Gdel is an orange bus company which drives around east side. You can take a bus from airport to Faliraki or Lindos or somewhere else. You have to drive a bus to Rhodos city and go to other bus and drive the east side. So basically the easiest way is to take a taxi or book a transfer. If you want to book a transfer, then Looney Travels also have a good deal. When you visit our website, you can see our secret deals where you can get a transfer with the price of taxi. The thing you have to know about buses is that you can only pay with cash inside the buses all over the island. So no card payments, but at the airport you can buy from ticket booth to buy a ticket to Rhodos city. And it's about 3.5 euros to go from airport to Rhodos city by bus, and it takes 45 minutes. So let's talk about distances. We know that Rhodos Island is 80 kilometers long and 38 kilometers wide. But what about airport to Rhodos city? It's 13 kilometers. For example, roads to Lindos, it's 50 kilometers. Roads to Faliraki, 15 kilometers. Roads to Colympia is 22 kilometers, and roads and Ixia distance is 5 kilometers. Pefkos, roads to Pefkos is 53, and roads to Gennadi is 65 kilometers. So what are the main hotel areas on the island? First, I want to tell you that the west side is mostly pebbly beaches, and east side has a lot of sandy beaches. So based on that, you can choose where you want to go. But the main and most popular hotel areas are in Jalüsos and Ixia. There are mostly hotels, restaurants, pebbly beaches, nice views, and so on. The other option is Rhodos City, where you can access Old Town, also Windy Beach, and all kind of sightseeing. Faliraki is very popular place because it's the first bigger sandy beach near Rhodos City or somewhere else. So many people choose to come here because it's more like a family-oriented vacation location. So Sandy Beach Water Park is near. Also, they have Bar Street opened during night, where they close one street, and then there's nightclubs on the street. The next one is Olympia, which is 22 kilometers from Rhodos City. Also some nice sandy beaches. So it's very popular place. And of course Lindos. Near Lindos there are many hotels, sandy beach. Some say even the most beautiful sandy beach. And Pevkos. Pevkos is also very popular. If I had to stay on this island, I would choose Pevkos because there is so good vibe, so good community. Also, you can find lots of live music, sandy beach, all kind of restaurants, and so on. And the next one is Kiotari. This is where I live. I'm most familiar with this area here at the moment. But this is mainly pebbly beaches and also hotel vacation area. And if we move 4 kilometers forward, then there is a Gennady. And from Gennady towards Brasoniisi, lots of all-inclusive 5-star hotels are here. And also you can find sandy beaches here. So now, what are the most popular beaches on this island? Rhodos City, let me move it a little bit. Rhodos City has Elli Beach, Pebbly Beach, Jumping Tower, and Faliraki is the next one. Sandy Beach, lot of water sports, family friendly, and so on. Olympia, sandy beach, and mainly it's popular because lots of hotels are here and people go to the nearest beach. But one of the most beautiful beach is Zambika Beach, which is most of the travelers' favorite beach. It's all sand, clear waters, water sports, and so on. And of course, Lindos Beach, which is also sandy. If you want to know what is my favorite beach, then my favorite beach is near Zambika Beach. It's around here and it's called Agia Agati Beach, which is sandy beach, clear waters. But the only difference is that there are no sunbeds. So it's a free beach for all, and it's not so populated. And one more beach is down here, Brasoniisi Beach. Very popular amongst windsurfers, kite surfers, and during summertime you can walk to this Brasoniisi island by foot. And unique about this place is that one side is very windy, other side is very calm. So lots of sand, very nice place if you want to see something unique. So everything I talk in this video, I will put all the links into this video description. If you want to know where to book tickets to bus, want to go to island tour, or you need a transfer or anything else, I will put all the links to my video description. And also you can go to loonietravels.com, where you can find secret deals, where you can get discount for different tours and everything, because that's my way of giving back to my viewers, that they can get the best price. So visit loonietravels.com and also check our social media. So now let's talk about the best places to visit on this island. Let's take this buddy here and he will help us out. So let's start from the top. Here is Monte Smith viewpoint, where you can get nice view on Rhodos City, and it's a good Instagram picture place. So if we go down here, we can find Philerimos cross and monastery. So basically there is a huge cross, very big cross. You can see peacocks there. There is a nice monastery, and it's like very important place to local people. Near Bastida, we have a bee museum where you can see bees. You can find some honey products and so on. So it was a really fun place to visit. So let's move forward. Here we have Butterfly Valley, but keep in mind that butterflies come around June, where it's really hot. So this is the month where you can see a lot of butterflies, and there is also a ticket around 5 or 6 euros, if I remember correctly. Next to Butterfly Valley, there is my top 2 thing to do on this island, which is Farm of Roads. You need at least 2 hours to explore the interactive zoo there. The ticket is around 17 euros per person, and this place has the only vegetarian or vegan restaurant inside the zoo. You can find animals like camels, lemurs, pigs, goats, donkeys, everything. So it is totally worth to visit. So if you come to this island, go there. Unfortunately, there are no like bus routes coming here. Best way is to have a car or have someone to drive you. So let's move forward. If you like history, then you should visit ancient Camiros, which was a third largest like village during ancient times, and there you can see a lot of history and old like ruins and so on. If you like old buildings, then you should visit Eleosa, where you can see the old Italian buildings. Like there are no like complete buildings, but like walls and old history. So if you're into that, you should visit that place. Near Prophet Ilias, we have Mussolini's villa, which is also old building, villa that was built for Mussolini, but he never lived there. But you get great views from there and feel the old history. Let's move forward. Very nice place is Cretinia Castle. It's a castle that you can enter free, and you can see some amazing views from there. So totally worth a visit. If you are a wine lover, then Embonas village is for you. This is the place where all the wine is located and produced. So at Embonas you can like taste local wine and even see some wineries and everything. So it's really nice village, and at the background you can see the Ataviras mountain, which is 1.2 kilometers like high. So next up is Monolitos. Monolitos is one of my favorite places on this island. Amazing view, amazing sunset. You don't have cell signal there, so it's just, let's say, time stops there. This is my number one place on this island. So very, very nice. Near Monolitos is Siana village, a local village where they produce honey. So go and check it out. So let's go to south. Let's move this map a little bit. Next stop is Prasoniisi, as I told before. Kite surfing, windsurfing, all kind of water sports except motorized. Yeah, basically you can walk to the Prasoniisi island here, and lots of sand and calm water and windy water. Choose what you like. Biggest waves are here, so if you want to go, then definitely go there. Next place is Gennadi. Gennadi is a small, beautiful white village with a very, very, very good food and restaurants, and I think you should definitely visit this place. It's calm, it's full of local people, white houses and so on. So if you want to feel the authenticity, then go to visit that place. Next stop is Lardos. Lardos, if you like or if you want to see Greek nights, then Lardos is one of the main places where you can see that. So local place, local restaurants, if you want to feel that part of the Greek culture, then you should visit that place. Next, we go to Pevki. Pevki is my number one go-to village because the vibe is really good. There are lots of restaurants that offer like live music, all kind of from Latin music to rock music, and pool bars and everything like that. So let's get forward. If you want to see some monasteries, then I think one of the most beautiful monasteries near Lardos, it's Ipseni, and also Tari Monastery, which is a little bit away from Ipseni. So very, very beautiful buildings, nice views. So if you want to see some monasteries, then these two are the go-to places. Next up is Lindos. Lindos is number two most popular visited places on this island. And Lindos has the highlight of the island, which is Lindos Acropolis. And basically it's a white village where you can find lots of boutique shops. You can see some donkeys, you can ride with donkeys. And basically, yeah, this village does not have any cars inside the village because the streets are so narrow. So you get lost many times. So this is the highlight of the island. You should definitely visit Lindos. Next stop is Zambika Beach and Monastery. As I told earlier, then Zambika Beach is it should be top 5 beaches in whole Greek. So it's very popular beach, and if you want to climb 300 steps, then you reach to Zambika Monastery, where local and other people go barefoot if they want to get pregnant. So basically, this is the hardest climb in whole island, Zambika Monastery. 300 stairs to the top, but the view is amazing because from here you can see Zambika beach and basically this whole area. Next stop is Epta Beaches or Seven Springs. This is a unique place, mainly because there is a tunnel which goes underground, and you can walk through that tunnel inside the cold water, and you reach a beautiful lake with a waterfall. So the tunnel is like over 100 meters long, so it takes 5 minutes to walk through that tunnel. So this is definitely worth the visit. Next stop, Valiraki. If you like party, nightlife, then Valiraki is the place, because here is the biggest bar street on the island. So basically 8 different clubs put music volume to the max, and one street is full of music. So you can visit all the bars and clubs and so on. So it's more like a party place, but it is also a family place around, away from that bar street. So basically something for everyone. Near Valiraki, we have Valiraki or Rhodos water park, which is one of the biggest water parks in whole Greece. So you can spend whole day there, lots of slides and everything. So this is also worth a visit, especially if you have kids. So very nice place to go. The next stop is Kalitea Springs, which is Terms. So basically this is the number one wedding place except Lindos, where people do their weddings because it's a beautiful place. Let's say it's old spa, and most of the boat trips also come to Kalitea Springs to see the view from the sea. So worth to visit. And the next stop is number one popular place to visit on this island is Rhodos Old Town, which is one of the most best well-preserved medieval towns. And I will talk about this later. And the last, I know it's about roads, but the place you should visit is here. It's called Simi Island, and why you should take a boat trip from Rhodos city to Simi Island is because it's the easiest access, and you can see colorful village. You can spend some time here, and if you book right boat trip, then you can see the most beautiful bay ever, which is St. George's Bay. What some of the boat trips drive there, and you can swim at that bay. So this is the most beautiful island nearby, and it's only 1 hour away, and also it's 1 hour drive to Turkey if you want to visit Turkey also. So you can do that from Rhodos town. Now it's time to talk about food prices, what you can expect when you visit the Rhodes. Cocktails are around 7 to 9 euros. You can get local beer from 2 euros to 5 euros for half liter. So the next one, grilled shrimps. 16 euros to 25 euros, depending if you visit some local taverna or restaurant. Pork chop, 12 euros to 16 euros. If you want fresh fish from the sea by kilo, then it's around 40. Or you can also order fish portion, which is 13 euros to 16 euros. Starters like meatballs, cheese balls, tzatziki and so on are around 5 euros to 10 euros. Half-liter water is 50 cents, and a 6-pack of 1.5 liter water is around 2.5 euros. Entrance fees, I try to put a picture on this video where you can see all the fees, like visiting Lindos Agropolis, Asian Camiros, or so on. The bus prices from airport to Rhodos City is around 3.5 euros. Rhodos City to Faliraki 3.5 euros, and if you want to go to South Rhodos, then Rhodos to, for example, Kiotari, it's 7.3 euros, so it's quite cheap to travel around the island with bus. But sometimes, yeah, the buses are full or they skip the bus stop, is my experience. So now let me tell you about my favorite restaurants on this island. One restaurant is in Rhodos Old Town, and it's called Taverna Costas Old Town. I think it has the most friendliest local people working there, and also you can't find like chips or burgers in the menu. You can only get authentic local food from moussaka to meat and lamb and everything else. The second, my favorite place is in Pevkos, and it's called Happy Friends. And also you can find a vegetarian menu there if you're interested in that. But also it's a nice place with a pool and a very friendly and happy people working there. So it's totally my go-to place when I want to see some people smiling. The next place is in Kiotari, which is called Il Porto restaurant. I think they have the best prices and biggest portions. So this is my home restaurant where I go to. And next to Il Porto is Stefano's Fish Restaurant, which is a very popular fish restaurant around the island, where they still make the same dishes that they did 30 years ago. So lots of traditions and seafood, and basically these two restaurants, I know they get their local fresh fish every morning by boat, so they always have fresh stuff. Gennady has a place called Sorbas Taverna, and I got the best meat from there. Pork chop was that big, so basically the whole table was full of meat. But there are many more. These ones were my top 5 restaurants on this island, but there are definitely more that I didn't mention at the moment. So if you want to know more, just ask me. If you are visiting Rhodes this year and you need to ask some questions or someone who can plan your travel based on your interests and what you want to do, then you should go to loonitravels.com, and on the shop you can find some services I provide, like personal travel game plan based on your vacation, 7 days or 14 days. Or you can find one-on-one meetings where I can answer all your questions or suggestions what you should or want to do on this island. And also you can rent a travel buddy who can be with you wherever you go. Is it for 1 day or 3 days or a whole week? Someone who can show you the way, bring you to the most popular places or secret spots or whatever you like. So you have your own travel buddy for rent. So go check it out, go to loonietravels.com and you can find all the info there. Now let's talk about Rhodos City and Old Town. So basically Old Town is everything that stays inside walls, and about 6,000 people live here daily. This is the main point people visit because some of the most popular tourist spots are located here. And everything that is outside from Old Town, we call it New Town. So first let's look Mandraki port. This guy wants to come on the map. So Mandraki port is here. There you can find all kind of boats, boat trips that go to Simi Island, around most popular bays like Anthony Quinn Bay, like Kalitea Springs and so on. So if you walk around here, you can find the best boat trip you like, or you can book it online. I leave all the links below this video so you can find the most suitable boat trip for you. Mandraki port also has a tower and a lighthouse and windmills. It's very nice walking area all around this Mandraki port. When you visit Mandraki port, be aware of bracelet scams. Basically, people want to shake your hand, put the bracelet on your hand, and then they ask money. So they are located mostly here and near here where the narrowest spots are. So keep your eyes open and just ignore them. In Rhodos New Town, there is a cool place around here. Next to Starbucks, there is a place called 9Ds Cinema. So you can learn a lot of history about the island in a fun way because it's 9D cinema. So go and check it out. One of the most popular beaches in Rhodos City is Elli Beach. There is a jumping tower, Pebble Beach, nice beach, water sports. So this is the main beach people go to. Around here you can find Rhodos City Bar Street, basically where you can go and enjoy some nightlife. Bus station is somewhere, where it is? Let me see, somewhere here. So the main bus station is here. Here you can find two bus stations next to each other. One bus station you can buy tickets to west side of the island, and other side you can buy to the east side of the island. So two different bus operators. So keep that in mind. Here is the only casino on the island, Rhodos Casino. So basically if you're interested in that, you can go there. And if you're planning to go to Turkey, then from Kolona harbor, there are some boat trips even here or here that go to Turkey. And this is where the cruise ships are coming. So basically during summertime we have sometimes 3 to 5 big cruise ships around here, and they all come to visit Old Town. So lots of people are in here. So let's talk about Old Town now. Old Town has a total of 11 gates that you can enter to the Old Town. And basically what you can do here is find lots of shops, boutique shops, walk around the main street, all the narrow streets. It took me 4 hours to walk every street on this Old Town. So it is very fun place to be, and the highlight of this Old Town is Grand Master Palace, and also the, where is that? Here is Street of Knights, very long street full of history, and also archaeological museum. So I personally like the archaeological museum more than Grand Masters, so you can choose what you like the most. Also we have a clock tower here. It's about 5 euros entrance, and you can get a free drink also. Next stop is Hippokrates Square, which is the main square in Rhodos Old Town, and it's the busiest place here. And if you walk a few hundred meters away, you can find Jewish Square. So these are the main squares, and they have fountain here there that you can easily easily see. So these are the main places, Jewish Square and Hippokrates Square. What I can say about this place, around this place, be aware and avoid tourist traps, because lots of people trying to call you inside the restaurant. So before you go in, please check Google Maps for reviews. If it's under 2 stars, don't go there, otherwise you pay 70 euros for one cocktail. If you want to visit Rhodos Old Town, then or even New Town, it's nearly impossible to find a parking spot. If you want to visit Rhodos Town by car, then I suggest finding a parking spot near Diagora Stadium. It's a 8-minute walk from this point to the center of Old Town. So you can find easily parking spots near Diagora Stadium. So it's mostly free also. Otherwise you just drive around the city for hours and not finding any spots. And if you want to go island hopping, then Arcadia Harbor is the place where all the big local ships are coming and going. So basically island hopping starts from here. So you can take a ferry or boat to other islands as well. This was a travel guide about Rhodes. I hope you really liked it, and tell me in comments which place you want to visit and why. And also don't forget to subscribe and like this video and also comment. So if you want to get some tips and best prices, secret deals, then visit loonietravels.com, and from that website you find everything you need for smooth travel. So thank you for watching, and hopefully I see you in the next video.